Today's going to be a very special message of hate. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Before we begin, I want you to understand something. We're going to be talking about the radical judge who's blocking Trump's war on TdA, Tren de Aragua, the Illegal Aliens Act. The thugs that a federal judge has said, oh, no, we're going to stop this. We're going to stop this. If this were a J6 organization, no problem whatsoever. If this were something that was involving Trump files or Trump prosecutions, no problem whatsoever. This is war, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that just to be cute. I'm not saying this just to use expressions. This is war. And the thing that these people have is that they hate you. They hate you. There are people now scratching Teslas for no particular reason because of the hate that they are told to have. There was a case at Dom Luker, and I reposted it on my X at Lionel Media. It shows somebody walking into a bar wearing a MAGA hat, and the bartender says, "Get out," has a bat. Now, if you don't think that violates federal civil rights, public accommodations laws, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. The Democrats get away with everything. They dox, they swat, they scare you. They are ruthless, vicious. They've got Antifa. Now, I am not in any way suggesting, in any wise, that we, the counterparts of these people, should employ violence or anything along those lines. What I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is that we have our work cut out for us. You don't know what we're up against. Understand how strong they are. They hate you. They hate everything about you. They will stop at nothing. Do you understand? Tell me. We're very good at memes. We're very good at going on the Greg Gutbucket show. We're very good with, hey, you torched so-and-so and Scott Jennings. Hey, he was on CNN and he torched him. And we've got great memes. Hey, did you see that great meme of all the Nancy Pelosi chewing on her dentures? Memes compressed. Hey, did you see when we showed a great pic? We're great on social media. The best. We have the best memes, the best chants, the best rallies. I'm proud to be an American. Kid Rock. It's wonderful. MAGA. Oh my God. But when it comes to guerrilla warfare and this absolute uncompromising, seething, boiling hate, they've got us beat hands down. So we're going to be talking about this. And I want to put a fire in your belly. I want you to hate these people. I don't want you to do anything violent or illegal, but I want you to want to match this. You have to have WDS, woke derangement syndrome. You've got to see Nancy Pelosi or see OAC or whatever it is and go berserk. Absolutely berserk. Legally. Don't deface cars or commit criminal mischief or vandalism. Legally. But we don't have it. We just talk about things. And we're going to get together and we're going to have all those Epstein files. And by God, we're going to get that. No. Today's theme is hate. And you're gonna love today. So buckle up, buckaroos. But first, this. If you're watching this, consider yourself warned. Food prices are about to explode, and the time to prepare is now. Listen, go to preparewithlionel.com. preparewithlionel.com and secure your 4-week emergency food supply now while supplies last. With new tariffs, listen to me, with new tariffs slamming the global market and inflation spiraling, your grocery bill is about to skyrocket. When the crisis hits, shelves will be empty, and those who didn't prepare will be left desperate. History proves it. Every major economic collapse, every supply chain disruption, the first thing to go is food. You do not want to be waiting in government lines, hoping there's enough left for you and your family. This 4-week emergency food kit delivers over 2,000 calories per day, ensuring you have the nutrients you need and your family needs to weather the storm. It's fortified for survival, packed in rugged, long-term storage containers, and can last up to 25 years. So when disaster strikes, you'll be ready. Order today, and you'll get 4 free 72-hour food kits. That's 12 extra days of meals at no cost. The regular price is $346.80, but right now, you get it for just $247. Don't wait until it's too late. Go to preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com, and lock in your emergency food supply before the real panic begins. If you think food is solid, you're out of your mind. Yesterday, Mrs. Allen and I went to a Whole Foods. No eggs. I don't need eggs, but no eggs. None. Little by little things. Remember how they got us with toilet paper? You think anybody's going to be warning you? Listen, with all due respect, and I love President Trump, they're not going to tell you, oh, by the way, there's going to be other stuff coming down. Meat is going to be a problem because of grains. So I'm just telling you. I know we're the America's breadbasket and blah, blah, blah. If you think that food is solid, MRO, Levon says, Maureen Comey is the daughter of head of FC. Oh, please. You really think that Maureen Comey, the head of the Diddy prosecution, is the daughter of James Comey? Why are they prosecuting that? I appreciate that, but that's one of those things where, and, they think, well, there's no and. Why are you telling me that? Well, I'm just pointing it out. Okay, what does that mean? Diddy's a waste of time. I wish I could tell you the stuff I hear about Diddy, but I can't. It's unsubstantiated. Watch how bad he starts looking now. And ask yourself, why is he looking so bad? And I'm not talking about just his hair going gray. Why is he looking bad? Is he getting all his medication? What medication? Just think about it. Sometimes you're wonderful. You'll say, and yes, Sir Comey is a prosecution. And what? Some little pipsqueak frontline AUSA, assistant U.S. attorney, is not going to conduct the direction of what's going on. I promise you. It goes way to the top, way to the very top, not little Comey's daughter. But that's nice that she's there. I don't even know if she's still there. Who knows? But thank you for at least caring. But remember, I always find out myself saying, but let's go into detail. Okay, let's really go into this. This is something that is so fascinating to me. I don't even know where to talk about. Well, first of all, I say to you, ladies and gentlemen, and patriots and members of the conspiratorium, members of this great nation, gather around for Uncle Lenny to tell you something. Now listen up, because what we've got here is an absolute travesty, a constitutional travesty, impeachment worthy, conviction worthy, a judicial overreach of biblical proportions. And I'm talking about this so-called judge, James Boasberg, an unelected, robe-wearing tyrant sitting in his cushy D.C. courtroom, who had the unmitigated audacity, the unmitigated gall to slap a restraining order on President Donald J. Trump's heroic effort to protect you and me and Mrs. L and America from the savage Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, or TdA. You've heard of TDS? This is TdA. This isn't just a ruling, my friends. It's a declaration of war. You hear what I'm saying? And I want you to feel the hate start to percolate. Focus on this. Focus. Don't get into the tangential. Don't get into the weeds. Focus on this. Focus. Pay attention. This is war against the safety of every law-abiding American citizen. Boasberg's decision to block President Trump's invocation of the Alien Enemies Act, a law that's been on the books, valid, not repealed, not abrogated or upended, since 1798, mind you. This action is nothing short of treasonous. Do you hear what I'm saying? Giving aid and comfort to the enemy. People use treason all the time, and they think it's like, no, they didn't even charge the Rosenbergs with treason. They charged them with espionage. This is aid and comfort to the enemy at a time of war. TdA is war. Tren de Aragua is war. You think I'm overdoing it? This is treason. And it's high time we start talking about impeachment for this radical activist judge. God damn it, they did it to our guy twice. Plus, they were going to throw the emoluments clause at them. And now this. What is the matter? What are we waiting for? You want another meme? You want to go on to, hey, here's a good one. Look, this is the cat playing a piano. No. What do? Nothing. Nothing. You go on Fox News. That's it. Not you, they. I say you. I forgive me for confusing you in the royal you. This is a judge who's putting illegal, alien thugs, vermin, hominids, savages, letting them loose, letting them wreak havoc, letting them just terrify our cities over the American people. Now, let me set the stage for you. Let me see. I think we have to understand, because sometimes we kind of live in this, hey, no, we just started. You gotta hate. Give hate a chance. All we are saying is give hate a chance. I wanted to consume you. I want to just through classical conditioning show you pictures of these people and have you start like they do. They hate us. They've got the fire. Let me tell you something. That's their politics are for nothing, but their motivation. Oh my God. President Trump, listen to me, the greatest leader this country has seen since, well, you may say Reagan, I don't know. Certainly in my lifetime, maybe ever, signed a presidential order to deport these bastards, these dangerous, bloodthirsty gang members from TdA, a group that's turned Venezuela into a cesspool, a cesspool, an Egesta-clogged sewer, a fetid cesspool, and is now infiltrating our homeland like a plague of rats or locusts or roaches or vermin. Are you getting mad yet? Are you getting mad? Are you feeling the hate? Are you want to say like, well, I'm going to go, what time is, I'm going to watch Maria Bartiromo. I swear to God, Fox News just sucks the energy out of people. No, don't watch this. Listen to me. These people we're talking about, these aren't dreamers. These are nightmares. Murderers, extortionists, human traffickers, you name it. Trump, with the wisdom of a wartime general, invoked a perfectly, absolutely appropriate legal statute, the Alien Enemies Act, to round up and ship them out faster than you can say, make America great again. And what does this Judge Boasberg do? What does he do? He slams on the brakes, orders planes carrying these criminals back to the United States, back, and gives them a big fat hug to this ACLU and their sob story lawsuit. It is disgraceful. You should be livid. You should be livid. This should consume every single thing. You should be this today, or whenever tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day, one of the most worthless, but let's just drink and not even give it a name. In any event, you need to be writing go to House, what is it, the Senate.gov and House.gov, or find out who your representative is. A lot of people don't know. And say, what are you doing to get rid of Judge Boasberg? Let them know. Do something. America has to get off of your fat, dimpled, cratered ass, your cellulite-laden buttocks, and do something. And not just bitch, and not just go like this on your phone. You've got to do something. And more importantly, you gotta hate. You have to feel it. We went through hell getting this man in, and we're getting complacent. And I'm seeing it now with this bullshit about Epstein. Well, we're going to wait for the trucks, and we're going to go to the documents. Oh, God, get me. I'm losing my mind. It's disgraceful. This is a judge who swore to the Constitution, a judge who's more interested in coddling foreign terrorists and doing anything he can to hurt the president and you and me. He's more interested in that than protecting the taxpayers who pay his salary and whom he represents in terms of the Constitution. Let's talk about this Boasberg character. Here's a guy who's the incoming chief judge of the U.S. District Court in D.C. This is a real swamp creature, baby, if ever there was one. He's the kind of elitist who sips lattes with the liberal glitterati while sneering at the hard-working folks in flyover country like you. He's smarter than you. He's better than you. You talk about the deep state, they're there. And what's his excuse? He says, a brief delay in their removal doesn't harm the government. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Tell that to the families in Aurora, Colorado, where these TdA animals, these savages, these subhuman slime have taken over entire apartment complexes, charging rent for protection like some third world mafia, and we didn't do a goddamn thing about it. Tell that to the cops, risking their lives to clean up the mess that open border Democrats and their judicial cronies have created. Tell that. Boasberg's got the nerve, the unmitigated cojones to say that there's no harm. There's no harm while these gangbangers sit in custody plotting their next move against American citizens. What's the delay? What are we waiting for? Huh? What are we waiting for? He's not just wrong, he's dangerous. And don't get me started on the timing of this ruling. Oh my God. President Trump right now signs this order on Friday. And by Saturday night, Boasberg's got his gavel out, playing hero to the radical left, the woke left. This wasn't some thoughtful deliberation. This was a knee-jerk reaction, my friend. A knee-jerk reaction from a judge who's clearly in the pocket of the ACLU and Democracy Forward. Two outfits that'd rather see America burn than admit Trump's right about anything. Do you hear what I'm saying? They hate us. They hate us. I'm not exaggerating. Why don't we notice that? Why don't we? I don't know. Americans, like especially the Republicans, they just don't get upset. These Democrats, they're crazy. I mean, they have Antifa, they got BLM, they got activists, they're ready to go. What do? They sit around, hey, what time is Jesse Waters on? Hey, Greg Kelly's on. I love Greg Kelly. What is this? That's it? We watch cable? Or whatever it is that you do? I don't get it. I don't get it. These people will not ever say Trump is right about anything. They're whining about the Alien Enemies Act. They say because it can't be used because we're not at war. Excuse me? Are you kidding me? We're not at war? When a foreign gang invades our cities, terrorizes our people, and operates like a hostile enemy, that's war, folks. It doesn't get more war than that. And Trump's proclamation nailed it. This is an invasion of a predatory incursion. And Boasberg's too busy polishing his law degree to see the blood on the streets. Now, let's be real here. Let's pay attention. The Alien Enemies Act isn't some dusty relic. It's a weapon. Weapons for times like these. It was good enough for FDR to use against the Japanese and the Germans and the Italians during World War II. I guess. But apparently it's not good enough for Boasberg when Trump's fighting a modern enemy that's just as deadly. This is war. Hypocrisy, thy name is liberalism. I can't believe this. The left loved it when their boy Roosevelt threw people into internment camps. They loved it. They had no problem with that whatsoever. But when Trump tries to deport verified gang members, remember the internment, no problem. No problem. These were American citizens. American citizens. Michio Kaku and George Takai. And the gang members we're talking about, 300 of whom the White House has already identified as TdA. Thugs, they cry foul. It's unreal. Edie Crowley says, latest interview on Lynn's Warriors. Please watch. Oh, is that up with Marcel? Unbelievable. You've got to see this at Lynn's Warriors. This guy is hardcore. Frontline, baby. Hostage negotiating. He's like, put it this way. He would be in a movie. He would be in some action movie. And John Jelaine says, who owns the DNC? Property of Circle D. Property. Who owns the DNC? You mean the logo, the concept, the organization? That'd be something if we could somehow buy their logo. Remember how they bought, was it the Klan or the Hells Angels copyright or something? Thank you. Now, let me say something. This isn't about justice. Listen to what I'm saying. Focus. This isn't about this left, these people. This isn't about justice. It's about power. Boasberg and his ilk can't stand that Trump's delivering on his promise to secure the border and drain the swamp and remove this trash. So they're pulling every dirty trick in the book to stop him. Now, Attorney General Pam Bondi, God bless her, I think she is doing the best. Do not write her off. I know nobody's liked this reaction regarding Epstein, but hang on. She hit the nail on the head when she said that Boasberg's, quote, that he, this is a quote, supported TdA terrorists over the safety of Americans. That's not hyperbole. That's not a slogan. That's the cold, hard truth. This judge is sliding and siding and commiserating with a gang that's been designated a foreign terrorist organization by Trump himself. A group that's turned our cities into war zones. And let me also tell you something regarding this feller, Mahmoud Khalil, irrespective of his First Amendment right regarding Palestine. Do you know what the left really loves? And they won't tell you this, but what they really love is when he talks about death to America or anything involving the destruction of this country. Think about what these people want to do. We're talking about the fentanyl. They want to flood our cities with fentanyl. Let me tell you, listen to me. Listen, I know I'm not getting through because maybe it's Sunday morning or they won't even stand to support a little black child with brain cancer who has survived it. And these sick people like Rachel Maddow and whoever this other one was, they have no heart because, and I want you to listen to me, stop what you're doing for 1 second. They hate you. They hate you. They hate you with everything. They have taken hate, and to them it's an instrument. It's a song. It's a tune. It's a feeling. It's a love. It's a devotion. They hate you. It's incredible. And when it comes to TdA, who's representing these scumbags? The ACLU, of course. The ACLU. Oh, they've done some good things here and there. Oh, they have. But everybody does something good thing here and there. The same clowns who defend Satan himself, if it meant sticking it to conservatives. Pam Bondi's right. This order disregards well-established authority. Well-established authority under the Constitution, which gives the president broad powers to protect our national security. Boasberg's not just stepping or over the line or overstepping. He's stomping all over Article 2 with this ridiculous nonsense. Now let's talk impeachment, okay? Let's talk impeachment because this isn't just a bad ruling. This is a pattern of judicial tyranny that demands action. And what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Let me tell you what it's going to do. Nothing. Jim Jordan's going to say something. He's going kind of quiet. Maybe hey, here's Mike Johnson. And then John Kennedy will have some barnyard hayseed rusticator, corn pone, bib overall, rusticator, yee-haw, hee-haw, joke, and then nothing will happen. Nothing. Maybe Ted Cruz might say something. Maybe Jack Probiotic, Charlie Kirk, maybe this, and nothing. We will take all of our energy. Remember when women, you may not know this, but men, remember when you were kicked right in the nuts? Remember that the first time you were racked? So you're out there playing something as a kid, and the coach said, what'd he say? Walk it off. Walk it off. Walk it off. Kind of, distract yourself from the energy. Just kind of walk it off, and the pain will go away. But if you sit there and you complain about it, you'll frankly ignore it. That's what the Republicans are saying. Walk it off. They're great when it comes to CPAC. Great when it comes to TV. Great when, oh my God. Great when, I'm proud to be an American. Well, at least I know I'm free. You gonna do anything about it? Hell no, I'm not gonna do anything. Cause I'm too fat, you see, cause I'm full of shit. America, I don't do a goddamn thing. I just watch Fox News and sing this song. Cause I don't do a thing. That's it. I don't write, call, protest march. Those Democrats are there. God damn it. They have some little dog whistle, and there they show up. Where are these people? They're angry. I mean, they're just angry. Now, Congress needs to step up and grow a spine and a pair and start the process to remove this guy from the bench. Do it over and over and over and have them say, Jesus, they mean business. Adam Schiff's calling you a pussy. How about that? Adam Schiff, that on his background, oh my God. How he's got away with this, I don't know. He's laughing at you. Anything you want, they'll shut down. We've got a Republican House, and they owe it to the American people who voted for President Trump's agenda to hold these rogue judges accountable, and now. Not just go on X, not just screaming, do something. Remember how many times Marjorie Taylor Greene said, and today I'm going to, and she always said, but I never heard anything about it. And today I'm going to draft a bill that suggests that there's no more gravity. He said, okay, well, nothing ever happens. See, Boasberg's not interpreting the law. He's rewriting it to fit the left's open border fantasy. He's legislating from the bench. What was that? He's legislating from the bench. If he's willing to ground deportation flights and let violent gang members stay on our soil, I guarantee you, if you said, okay, you can go, but here's where he lives. Oye, mira, here's his address. This is Judge Boasberg's house. Now, I'm not suggesting that they do this, but I guarantee you, if they said right here, like they did with Judge Kavanaugh, they did it with everybody else, right here, free food and papa frita, whatever you want, over there, he would change his tune in a heartbeat. John Jelaine, ladies and gentlemen, says, is POTUS and AG of the DOJ too powerful a position to not be possibly bought by the owners of Circle D? I don't think that President Trump is. I don't think anybody's been bought. I think the Circle D folks are so powerful, and that we are not fighters. Do you hear what I'm saying? We are not fighters. We are not fighters. We're typers. Well, that bastard, how dare he do? Why, we ought to. That's it. Okay, what's on TV? I did it. Or I liked your. I liked your. You liked it? Yeah, I liked your visit. Okay, you liked it. You gonna do anything? No. You're gonna call your congressman? No. Senator? No. What? I don't do that. No. So the question I have is, what's next? How about freeing murderers? Because they're misunderstood. Maybe he might want to inject one of this restorative justice moves under George Soros. Why don't we give illegals the right to vote? What do you say? This isn't just some slippery slope. It's a cliff. And Boasberg is pushing us off it. Oliver Calamari says, ladies and gentlemen, what is the legal process to remove the judge? Impeachment! I'm telling you, impeachment. You just like anybody else, just like you would do drugs. You impeach in the House, convict in the Senate. Go, you got the votes? Go, you've got a majority. Go. I'm telling you. Hello? Thank you, by the way. I'm telling you. We've got the House. Impeach him now. Articles of impeachment. It takes the majority to win that. Then it goes to the House. Do it. I don't care. Do it again and again and again. Have the judge be impeached. They hate that. Nobody gets impeached. The stakes couldn't be higher. President Trump's fighting tooth and nail to stop this hybrid criminal state that's pouring across our borders, and he's got the full weight of history and the law on his side. Pilgrim Media says, I'm having trouble dealing with so much truth. LOL. Indeed, sir. John Delane says, are the DNC, a.k.a. the Circle D, just cattle? No, they are cattle running us. They are in control. They are organized. They just happen to have two stupid, terrible candidates, and they're not going to have it next time because Gavin Newsom, who's already getting all of these people like Bannon and all of your conservative favorites to come on his show to introduce himself to people. Do you not see what's going on? We're not fighters. Face it, we're not fighters. The heart of a fighter, we don't have it. We're bitchers, we're complainers. The president's got the full weight of history and the law on his side. And Pam Bondi has got to step up and unleash emergency hearings. Have an emergency hearing to the DC, the DC District Court, DC Court of Appeals. Have it. I mean, flood these people. Flood them with emergency. What's his Office of Legal Counsel doing? What are they doing? They got great pictures of Trump blowing up parts of Yemen. I'm not even going to talk about that because nobody gives a shit about Yemen. Nobody does. Not in this country. No, they go, good. Iran, good. I'm not even going to bother with it. But we got to show that amount. Instead of showing him in the control room, have pictures of the DOJ, Pam Bondi working on the weekend, saying, all right, draft this. We're gonna file it. Boom. Because you don't have to actually file it. You just file it. You go online and boom, we file and just blast them. This is a cancer metastasizing in places like Colorado and Texas. Do you understand this? Listen to what I'm saying. Thanks to years of Biden's weakness and Obama's appeasement, this has been going on uninterrupted, unabated. And Trump is the only one with the guts to cut it out. And Boasberg is tying his hands. Do you understand this, America? America, do you understand this? I know we do. But we're the same folks. We're the conspiracy theorists. We're the crazy people. I'm going to stop for 1 second, catch my breath. You have no idea. I get done with these broadcasts and I am exhausted. I am just spiritually, emotionally drained by this. So listen, when it comes to comfort, support, and a good night's sleep, my friends, MyPillow has revolutionized the way millions of Americans rest their heads with unmatched quality, cutting-edge design, and a commitment to American-made excellence. MyPillow has become a household name. And now with MyPillow.com/Lionel or using the promo code Lionel, you can unlock exclusive discounts and deals that bring comfort and savings right to your doorstep. That's right, my friend. Mike Lindell and the team in MyPillow aren't just selling pillows. They're on a mission to transform the sleep experience with a wide variety of products beyond their signature pillows. Whether you're looking for supportive, adjustable pillows, luxurious Giza dream sheets, cozy towel, mattress toppers that cradle your body in comfort, MyPillow offers it all. And with their 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, you can be confident that MyPillow stands behind every product they sell. Now, why MyPillow stands out? Let me tell you, unlike generic pillows you grab off a department store shelf, MyPillow is customizable and engineered to cater to different sleep styles. Whether you're a side sleeper or a back sleeper or a stomach sleeper, their patented interlocking fill technology adjusts to your specific comfort needs, keeping your neck and spine properly aligned throughout the night. No more waking up with that sore neck, no more tossing and turning, just the restful, rejuvenating, and exhilarating sleep that you deserve. And it doesn't stop at pillows. MyPillow's Giza Dream Sheets, made from the finest Egyptian cotton, offer a smooth, breathable, and luxurious feel, turning your bed into a sleep heaven. So right now, my friends, do the right thing. Go to MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel. It's easy for me to say, MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel, or call 800-645 4965. Simply the best. Trust me. What do we have to do to get people involved? What do the Republicans do? What? I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about them. What do? I don't know. I don't know. You should see these people here, these Republican clubs, the Republican Party. I don't even know what these people do. I think they just want to sit around and say, we're going to go to Mar-a-Lago and I'm going to get a selfie. I don't even know. I'm not even a Republican, and I'm grabbing these people by the lapels and saying, would you do something? They don't know. You have no idea what's going on in Colorado. And they're not done yet. Every day that these thugs, these TdA thugs, stay here is another day they can kill, rob, maim, rape, terrorize, and the blood is on Boasberg's robe. We can't let this stand. The Department of Justice is appealing, but that's not enough. We need public outrage. We need congressional hearings and congressional outrage. We need people marching legally, peacefully. If you can go in front of somebody's house legally and not threaten them, have pictures of children killed. Show them. Make sure these people say, whatever you do, don't piss these people off. They're crazy. You want the TDS folks to say, these Republican type, they're out of their minds. They're out. Jesus. They have to fear us. We need the Boasbergs gone. I don't buy the left's crocodile tear about due process bullshit for these 5 Venezuelans in the lawsuit. Let me tell you something. These aren't choir boys. Do you think we would have this in Venezuela if we had a group of rapacious, murdering, robbing, felonious types in Venezuela? You think anybody be caring for them? These are gang members, and to even call them a gang, they're part of like this mafia. Even the mafia is not like this. This is a sense of criminality you can't imagine. These people have no business being here. The Alien Enemies Act doesn't require a hug and a hearing. It's a wartime, listen to me, it's a wartime measure for a reason. When you're dealing with an enemy, you don't negotiate, you eliminate. Trump gets that. Bondi gets that. And every red-blooded, rational American gets that, except apparently James Boasberg. He's more worried about the harm to these illegals, than the harm being done to us. As you know, dear friends, everybody, especially on the internets, loves to quote Sun Tzu, which is the cool way of saying Sun Tzu. General So, okay? It's like General So's a chicken, I think it is. Raul says, Lionel, to calm down, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. You want me to calm down? I appreciate what you're saying. I know it's humor, but I'm not calming down at all. I'm just getting started. I'm not getting started. No. This is as real as you can get, my friends. Karen Peterson says, I think there are still too many bad people in DOJ full Pam Bondi to go full bore on anything at the moment. I think there are still too many bad people in DOJ full Pam Bondi. I don't know what that means. I don't know Pam Bondi. I don't know if she's up for this. I don't know. John Jolene says, how do you indoctrinate normies with the reality easily and economically? Well, it's a good point. I don't want to indoctrinate the normies. I want to get people who already agree with me with their MAGA hat and their MAGA flags and their MAGA this. People who are already here to say, get mad and get hateful. Do something. Tell people we are going to primary your ass unless you do something. Pilgrim says, give thugs Pinochet's helicopter tour of Denver. Okay. Well, is that advocating perhaps forced message in skydiving the hard way. Let me tell you something. This is sickening. This is un-American. And it's why we need to take our country back from these judicial overlords. Now, when President Trump went over to the Department of Justice, did that send shockwaves for anybody? Pam Bondi looked like she would say, "This is my place. Come on in." Look, I'm not trying to give her a hard time, but she's got that Alina Habba thing. This isn't about showing me your great pantsuit. It's about saying, "Oh, I want tough as nails." Say what you want about Bill Barr. He looked like an attorney general. He had that look. He even played the bagpipes every now and then. John Jelaine, this is actually a good question. Is MAGA reality or propaganda? You know what? That's a great question. I don't know. Today, I don't know. I think from President Trump's point of view, it's something. You see, Johnny, here's the bottom line. And for patriots in general. President Trump is doing God's work. He's trying to save America from this Venezuelan, today, but there are others, this scourge. And Judge Boasberg is playing the devil's advocate, okay? Literally. We've got a gang that's declared war on our way of life. And instead of fighting back, Boasberg is rolling out the red carpet. He knows exactly what he's doing. Impeachment isn't just an option, it's a necessity. So you've got to call your congressman. You've got to call your senator. Raise your voices. And I'm telling you something you're not going to believe when I tell you. Do you know what really gets their attention? And Mrs. L will verify this. Calling them. Calling them scares them more than anything else because they have a person who keeps track. They called because emails can get lost. Emails can get spammed or whatever. But for some, am I right, honey? I don't know why. When you call, I want my whatever. If he enjoys his position, because remember, all they don't want to do is to be primary or kicked out. They just don't want. It's all you've got. I will do everything in my power to vote for anybody but him, unless he does something and vote for immediately for the impeachment. And he's got to get this. And all of a sudden they meet. Are you getting these too? I'm getting these too. That's what we do. Not going to Greg Gutbucket. That doesn't do anything. That has sucked up so much energy. And let's also send a message that we won't tolerate judges who put America last. Now, Trump's leading the charge. He's doing everything he can to make America safe again, make America healthy again. It's been 55 days. Okay, give the guy. But even Bobby Kennedy is like, he's talking about things that are stupid. And we should have gay sex poppers. What are you talking about? This is not it. Pam Bondi still is. Do we still know? Listen, at 10 o'clock, I've got maybe one of the definitive, very serious videos dropping. Make sure you subscribe to Lionel Nation. Okay? It's on Epstein. And also one last night on Gene Hackman. We'll talk about him. Gene Hackman, did you see these stories? Do you see the stories on Gene Hackman? Are you following me on that? It's unbelievable. Even that. What are they talking about? This kid, hantavirus? Does anybody know what they're doing? Listen, I'm tired of these liberal hacks in a black robe derailing the mission. We had a judge here in New York, Judge Ho, who couldn't even make a decision on his own, who had to get a special guy to come in to say, it's okay, Judge Ho. You're doing the right thing. What? This is our country. This is your country. This is our future and our fight. And unless we win it, it's over. Now, there's some other stories, too, which blow my mind. There are stories that blow my mind. Let me show you some other ones I've got here. And by the way, that Gene Hackman case is unbelievable. How about this one? SpaceX rescues the stranded astronauts. I hope after 9 months. This poor woman. See the woman with the gray hair who's just kind of quick. She looks almost like The Bride of Frankenstein, like Elsa Lanchester. Doesn't she? Her? No. Her hair is just going. No, because there's no gravity. Do you know what happens to your body, to your bones? You're never the same. After nearly 9 months. What was that? 9 months. 9 months. Nine. Number 9. Remember that great song? Number 9. Number 9. It was a video. Vietnam War. Number 9. After 9 months stranded on the ISS, NASA astronauts, who are they? Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, are finally on their way home, thanks to SpaceX's Dragon spacecraft, which successfully docked with the International Space Station after a 29-hour journey. What did we do? Nothing. What did NASA do? Nothing. What is going on here? Elon, he's doing his space. This is his thing. Well, he did something. The rescue mission was critical after Boeing's Starliner spacecraft failed, leaving the astronauts unable to return to Earth. The relief was, as they say, palpable. As the Crew 10 mission joined Expedition 72, bringing the station back to full operational strength. And the astronauts are set to return to Earth on March 19, marking another win for SpaceX and Elon Musk, whose company has now pulled off multiple successful missions within a short time. And what do we do to show our thanks? We key Teslas with swastikas because we're idiots. This event underscores SpaceX's, no other word, but dominance in modern space travel, and raises questions about Boeing's reliability. Gee, do you think? It's ridiculous. This is horrible. Now, here's another one. And Pam Bondi, you better do something real quick about this, real fast. Dangerous hoaxes. The FBI confirms there is a surge in swatting attacks on What are you?
Because Juanita Broderick said people are sending her pizzas and she didn't order them. I know it's not funny.
Well, that's a different.
I understand, but
right.
I'm just saying what the...
You see how radical these people are? What do? We watch Harris Faulkner. Ooh, whoever. What do? Nothing. I'm not suggesting swatting or bothering anybody, but they do some. We don't do anything. We don't march. Nothing. The FBI has confirmed. Now you've got Don Bongino. Wait till you see Don Bongino and Cash kind of competing for, okay, who's going to be in charge here? Ask Vivek Ramaswamy how that went. Anyway, the FBI has confirmed a troubling rise, well, no shit, in swatting attacks where false emergency calls, this is what swatting is, send heavily armed police to innocent people's homes. Conservative figures, I don't know, Matt Van Swal and Sean Farish are among the latest victims, with armed officers arriving at their homes due to fraudulent 911 calls. I think they even, was it cat turd or something, where even the cops said, look, we know this isn't you, we give you a heads up. Huh? Yeah, but I'm saying, but the cops even called him and said, well, look, we know this is nonsense. So he put people on notice. The rise in politically motivated swatting has led to, ready for this? I love this, calls for tougher penalties. With states like Georgia, you mean that they're not? With states like Georgia introducing legislation to crack down on these incidents. You see, because swatting isn't just a prank, it's attempted murder by proxy. Because it puts both the victims and the police officers at risk. And with political tensions at an all-time high, somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to get killed. And many believe these targeted attacks on conservative voices are part of a larger campaign. See? A larger campaign of intimidation. And these people didn't think of it themselves. Now, remember something. Every now and then we'll hear somebody who says, today in Roanoke, Virginia, a woman was arrested for calling 911 because she got home and her McDonald's fries were not. I came home and they didn't have it. This crazy woman said that she didn't. I told him many times, put your thing. And she was arrested, and we laugh and ha, ha, ha. Right? You see on my favorite, whenever I watch videos of people getting arrested, you always see a police officer say, don't call 911. This isn't, no, I'm calling 911. No, I pulled you over. Don't call 911. No, I'm calling. And they arrest the person for calling 911. You don't do this. And we're taking our limited resources of law enforcement and we're putting them out there where they're risking their lives. And if somebody comes home and they don't know who's out there and somebody thinks he's defending his home against an invasion, this is ridiculous. But this is organized. This is organized. And I want to stop debating what actually to do. Do something. You've got to go. You've got to turn the FBI loose. Hey, Cash, look at me over here. The same thing with you, Dan. Have a strike force. Go after and give me 3, 4, 5 people. Give me heads and have them arrested for leading swatting. Put their ass in the seat and make sure you ask them who put you up to this. Is it Soros? Is it somebody else? Is it USAID? You didn't think of this on your own. Now listen to this one. Trade war heats up. Canada considers blocking U.S. access to Pornhub. Oh, boy. In a bizarre twist to ongoing U.S. and Canada trade tensions, some in Canada are floating the idea of blocking access to Pornhub, the Montreal-based, well, sort of, entertainment giant. It's a porn, and it's, I swear to you, in spirit, I think to myself, look, anybody who's doing that, as long as there's kids involved, but kids are, they do show through this. But who in the hell is going to pay money to have somebody sitting there in their room showing you their tattoos and bending over and picking up small change the hard way? Who's doing this? And they're not making the money they say they're making. Now, while this isn't an official government policy, I guess the idea has gained some kind of traction online as maybe a tongue-in-cheek kind of retaliation against U.S. tariffs. Tariffs work. Tariffs work. Trade measures work. Critics say it underscores the quote, the desperation of Canada's position. I love this. As Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who's now history, struggled to respond, he couldn't, to America's stronger trade policies under Trump. This is ridiculous. This is, now, while blocking Pornhub would likely have little economic impact, it serves, I guess, as a, quote, symbolic gesture of how nations may use unconventional tactics in economic disputes. Meanwhile, experts warn that Canada is running out of options as U.S. businesses and consumers pivot away from reliance on Canadian imports in favor of domestic and international alternatives. How about that? And here's one. How many here love the post office? I believe the Postmaster General is the only, what's the word? The only agency mentioned, I think, in the Constitution. In any event, there's a major USPS shakeup. 10,000 jobs cut in cost-cutting restructuring. Did you know who the Postmaster General is? Postmaster General Louis DeJoy. Did you know that? He's announced, quote, a sweeping reduction plan, a sweeping reduction for the U.S. Postal Service, eliminating 10,000 jobs through a voluntary early retirement program. The move, they say, which is set to take place over the next 30 days, is part of a broader effort. They say a broader effort to cut costs and to keep the post office financially sustainable. General DeJoy is partnering with Doge, which I think is terrific, to streamline the operations. And they are citing, among other things, decades of mismanagement, financial waste within the agency. And the plan aims, of course, to modernize postal services improve efficiency, and reduce unnecessary spending. However, as you can imagine, not everybody likes this. Critics argue that attempts at cutting jobs could actually slow delivery time. What do you get in your mail? Could also strain already overworked systems. Do you even get anything in the mail? I get this thing where I get to see all my mail that's coming that day, and half of it's, I guess it's important. DeJoy insists that the reforms will, he believes, ultimately save taxpayer money. Unions and some lawmakers, of course, pushing back because you have to, raising concerns about the service disruptions in rural areas, which could make sense, and small towns. I kind of like that. Doesn't that make sense? John Jelaine, by the way, says, how many Benedict Arnolds reside in U.S. agencies, especially the super special ones like the CIA and FBI? Well, first of all, a number of they're not Benedict Arnolds. That's the deep state. That is the deep state. The stay-behinds, the people who have for the longest time, by virtue of their position, they are agents. Oh, they're absolutely. Now, not everybody is. There's a lot of great people, a lot of white hats, as we call them. That's a great point. How about this one? This is going to kill you. The Halt Fentanyl Act passes the Senate. Democrats are split on a crucial vote. In a landslide vote of 84 to 16. The U.S. Senate passed the Halt Fentanyl bill. This is a bill aimed at classifying fentanyl-related substances as Schedule I drugs, which would increase penalties for drug trafficking and equipping law enforcement with new tools to fight the opioid crisis, okay? But the overwhelming bipartisan support comes as fentanyl overdoses continue to surge across the country. It is exactly, I was just going to say that. This is poisoning. This is not drug experimentation, all my friends. Yes, listen to Mrs. L's interview on Lynn's Warriors on YouTube. Glynis Burke, listen to this. 16 Senate Democrats voted against the bill. And the reasons for their opposition are incredible. Some argue the bill could impact medical research. Bullshit. Medical research or lead to over-criminalization. What are you talking about? If there's anything we don't have in this country, it's over-criminalization. And critics accuse them of prioritizing political agendas over public safety. Fentanyl, it's poison, and it's pouring across the southern border. And Americans are demanding stronger immediate action. And this bill marks a significant step in combating the crisis. But look at these people. This is incredible. How will it be enforced? How will this happen? This goes to show you something. Let me explain something to you, my friends. I am 100% and have always been the most, dare I say, libertarian when it comes to, the ideas of drug abuse and drug legalization and libertarian kind of ideas. That was then. Fentanyl is a different story. There's a piece I did, you might have heard, this fellow named John Alite, or Elite, I think it's Alite, I don't know. This was a mob, this is an LCN mafia enforcer who ran for, and is now a city councilman in Englishtown, New Jersey. Now, it's a different story. I think it's laudable. He should be applauded. Of course, these rat bastards, they don't like anything. Well, Michael Franzese is now born again Christian, and he's okay. And Andy Ruggiano Jr., a lot of people turn their life around. But A-Light, different story. I don't know why. Who knows with these crazy people? Anytime somebody says, I want to help somebody, you should clap. That's me. I'm crazy. I'm old-fashioned. Well, A-Light's daughter, Chelsea, I think he was 30 years old, died of a fentanyl overdose. And here's the thing. The people who are dying are not using fentanyl. It's being laced. They might take a Tylenol. They might take something like a Xanax or something. Do you know how many people take drugs? Either prescribed or otherwise? Are you kidding me? By the way, we're living in this Ozempic world. And let me tell you something. Wait until you hear the problems. Because everybody's doing it. You're going to stay on Ozempic your whole life? Can't do that. Are you using it to lose weight? Can't do that. You're going to lose muscle mass. You understand what they don't care. Okay, get off this. And all your weight's coming back. Watch what happens. You ain't seen nothing yet. We are a drug society. We love drugs. We sat back during a certain pan or plandemic and just did things. Do you know how many friends of mine right now I'm seeing are suffering who have health problems? And I have no idea. I'm just a layman. And I'm wondering, gee, I wonder if this, in any event. So what Mr. A-Light and other people are saying is, you've got to tell kids, was it one pill kills? One pill can kill. And do you know who was doing the greatest work ever? Ever. And for me, in my generation, to say this goes to tell you, the DEA. DEA is fantastic. Mrs. L has been with, you got to see her, she's with the New York head of the DEA. They go into schools. They want partnerships. We went to a school and I sat there and the head of the New York office, he was in New Jersey. No, Suffern. It was in Suffern, New Jersey. New York. And they're going crazy. And they're trying to say, listen, this is not about arresting you. We're warning you. This isn't reefer madness. This isn't, it's the most incredible thing in the world. God bless the DEA. They are killing us. Let me tell you something. In my sick world, in my sick, demented world, if I was a Putin or a Zelensky or a Macron, whoever it was, and I'm fighting somebody next door, or let's say I wanted to wreak havoc on the Mexicans, you know what I would do? I would do just what they're doing to us. Flood their country with time bombs. Things that will just kill them. Narcan resistant. Now, in the old days of here in New York, in the days of Nicky Barnes and all these other people, they used to have this weird thing, which is kind of strange. When people would find themselves, how do I say this? When heroin dealers had people who would kill or who would die, sometimes they wouldn't cut it enough, or they would make it really super strong. The demand would go up. It's a weird kind of concept. Wow, this must be really strong. The package that have the X or whatever the particular labeling is. This is a different story. This isn't about people getting high. This is about people dying. And the problem is that you got to tell your kids, listen to what I'm telling you. I don't know why this is so. You can't take a Tylenol, a Midol, a Xanax, a Percodan, a Percocet, a Darvon, a Darvazet, there's a prelude. You can't take anything. You can't take any single drug from anyone. You cannot buy it online. You can't, because it is so, it suppresses respiration so quickly, it kills you. There are cops. Why do you think cops have to always put gloves on? Gloves on, gloves on. This is war. Listen to what I'm telling you. This is war. And the thing that I don't understand is that there's nothing that seems to get the right angry. They just get miffed. They get sort of upset. But nothing happens. We don't do anything. The left, props to them. What they do is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, you can listen to me or not. That's obviously obvious. We have to get mean and angry and organized. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So, my dear friends, I say thank you to our contributors. Thank you for those who contribute on super chats and the like. It is so appreciated. The great Cut Up Chatter said, I send mail. You know what happened the other day, which is so interesting? Cut Up, no one can write. Sometimes kids and people are told, write a letter. Have you seen? I know that my handwriting has certainly, I don't write as much because I've lost a lot of it, but I can still do a pretty good, I have a most unique signature. It's never varied. I can take notes, I can write, I can, but kids today, Cut Up, can't do it. And I get stuff in the mail do we get letters? Maybe, sort of. A friend of mine who's a teacher said kids today don't know how to read analog clocks. Do you hear what I'm saying? The hands, the big hands on the... So, Cut Up Chatter. John Gillane, thank you, dear friend. Oh, Canada, indeed. Pilgrim Media, thank you. Karen Peterson, Raul Rodriguez, the maniac, and he dances like he's never danced before. Oliver Calamari, thank you so, so much. Edie Crowley, and M.R.O. Levon. I appreciate your insight. I do. I truly, honestly, actually, positively do. Please watch this video on Gene Hackman. Do you like to play kind of detective? Do you like to? This is the one you're going to have to watch. This one's really good. Do you know that his wife called a doctor to make an appointment a day after she supposedly died? Huh? I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. And when she died, theoretically, of hantavirus, it is so serious. She should have been absolutely overcome by this sense of, I don't know what the word is, by her pulmonary being in extremis. And my friends, I provide this one to you. This is called, this just dropped, as the kids say, Who Killed Epstein? And I'm going to say this again and again because we're asking the wrong questions. You see, if you ask the wrong questions, if nobody gives you the right, you'll never know what the truth is. You'll always be off. It's just like these fact finders, Snopes and others they will ask you They'll take something. For example, if the question is, did Lee Harvey Oswald act alone? That's the question. They'll answer the question, why do conspiracy theorists think he didn't act alone? They'll answer this. And then they'll answer a question in a way that presupposes a particular answer. And then, this is important, then others will say, well, Snopes said this. No, Snopes didn't answer that question. The CIA in 1967 came up with its famous memorandum, which provided, this is important, which provided a very, very simple thing. It provided a way of dealing with the problems that people have with the Warren report, and by weaponizing the term conspiracy theory. Snopes answered the question, did the CIA invent the term conspiracy theory? And they say, no, it didn't. I say, that's not the question. Nobody asked that question. So be on the lookout. Oswald, you're right, Scott, was a patsy, did not shoot him, was nowhere involved in this. Nothing. Nothing. And if you don't understand that, if you really don't see that, there is no hope. Dear friends, today at 5 p.m., Mrs. L will be going live at Lynn's Warriors. Make sure, Live at 5. So make sure you go to Lynn's Warriors. You sign up right now and make sure you stay tuned in as you are this. It's an hour and 17 minutes. I want you to know something, and I'm not exaggerating. I am exhausted. Mentally, my head feels like I've just taken an exam. I can't tell you how serious I am about this. Everybody got me excited. I'm looking around. I'm saying, where is everybody? Where'd they go? Well, we'll get. I'm not going anywhere. And my friends, if you stick with me, we're not going anywhere. All right, dear friends, have a great and glorious day. Happy Sunday. Happy St. Patrick's Eve. And until we meet again, remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. TdA.